In 2023, Dr. Evelyn Carter, a seasoned astronaut, vanished without a trace from the International Space Station. There was no emergency signal, no wreckage, she simply disappeared. Exhaustive searches yielded nothing. The incident remains a mystery, haunting the annals of space exploration. Could the secrets hidden within the rings of our solar system hold the key to this cosmic enigma? When you think of ringed planets, what's the first one that pops your mind? If you said Saturn, you're not alone. But what if I told you there are 3 other planets with rings hiding in plain sight? That's right. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune each boast their own set of rings. These rings are so thin and faint that they remain nearly invisible from Earth, and it wasn't until the Voyager missions in the 70s and 80s that we discovered them. Imagine the thrill of uncovering such a cosmic secret. But first, can you guess how many rings each of these planets has? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6. Now, let's explore a mind-boggling theory. Earth might have once had its own rings. Picture this. 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized planet collided with our young Earth, spewing so much debris into space that it could have formed a ring. This ring would eventually coalesce into our moon, but for a brief moment, Earth was a ringed world. Do you think Earth having a ring would have changed the course of its history? A. Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. Speaking of cosmic mysteries, black holes are often misunderstood. They don't go around gobbling up everything in sight. Think of them more like cosmic sinkholes. Sure, if you get too close, you'll be spaghettified and lost forever. But from a safe distance, you'd be just fine. Even if our sun were replaced by a black hole of the same mass, the planets would continue their orbits as if nothing had changed. Spooky, right? And what about the moon? Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't have a permanent dark side. The moon is tidally locked, meaning we only see one side of Earth. But the far side gets plenty of sunlight too. We just never get to see it. Here's a plot twist. If a massive asteroid were headed for Earth, nuking it wouldn't be the best plan. Blowing it up would create a swarm of smaller asteroids, all still on a collision course. Instead, we should detonate a nuke near it to gently nudge it off its deadly path. Now for some earthly concerns. Recently, the Supreme Court limited the EPA's ability to regulate water pollution. This decision jeopardizes the significant environmental progress made over the past 50 years. Clean air and water are essential, and it's up to us to protect these vital resources. Your voice matters. Vote and advocate for the environment. Imagine standing on the moon, looking up at the stars. You might expect a stunning view, but astronauts report that the moon's reflective surface makes stargazing nearly impossible. It's like trying to see stars from a brightly lit city. Disappointing, right? If you could travel to any planet or moon in our solar system, which one would you choose and why? Space travel can be surprising in other ways too. Astronauts can grow up to 5 centimeters taller in space, but it's only temporary. Gravity brings them back to their regular height once they return to Earth. And while time dilation is a real phenomenon, you'd need to travel at near-light speeds to age noticeably slower. With our current technology, the effect is negligible. Try to imagine a world where you could travel at the speed of light. What adventures would you have? Crying in space? It's possible, but tears don't fall. They form floating blobs that stick to your eyes. Not exactly comfortable. And beware of Martian dust storms. They can't harm equipment due to Mars's thin atmosphere, but they can cover solar panels, putting rovers into hibernation. Lastly, let's debunk some space myths. Stars don't actually twinkle. Our atmosphere causes that illusion. Asteroid belts aren't dense minefields. The rocks are millions of kilometers apart. And despite the legend, the Great Wall of China isn't visible from space with the naked eye. But you can see other human-made structures like dams and bridges. Which space myth surprised you the most? A. Twinkling stars. B. Asteroid belts. C. The Great Wall of China. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content.